What the hell? A live stream at this hour? In the middle of the week? What the hell's going on? Orbx San Diego was literally released an hour ago, and we're on it. Hang on. All right. So, yeah, this is kind of crazy. What's going on right now? So, I was actually just doing my usual morning check for news before I get ready to go to bed, and I saw that Orbx had released San Diego, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this weekend, some stuff is going on this weekend, and so I'm planning on streaming other stuff, some other really, really big stuff if everything goes to plan, which means I won't have any time to get around to San Diego. And I'm thinking, well, it was literally just released about an hour ago prior to this stream, and we are live. And so I thought, well, you know what? I better do it now because otherwise I won't be able to get around to it for a while. So rather than go to bed, it is 3 o'clock in the morning here, 3:01 on the dot here in Los Angeles. I should be in bed, but instead I'm up streaming because I want to see this. Forget just showing it off. I want to see this. And rather than me just look this up for myself and then go to bed, what the hell? Might as well drag you people along with me. So for the 26 people that have joined in, welcome aboard. I see Ben there's over in the chat. He's saying some other big stuff. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But yes, I'm expecting some very interesting things to be streaming this weekend. So I've got to get to this now. So anyway, I have quickly loaded up Palm Springs from the legendary Jared Marshall. And we're here in the, I believe this is the Captain Sim 737. And there's a fire truck there putting out a fire on what looks like an Embraer. Part of the beautiful Jared Marshall scenery, who is a freaking Mozart of scenery design. And if you don't have Palm Springs, or if you never saw the Palm Springs stream, I do believe I did that live with Jared Marshall. We actually did a interview with that one, so you can be sure to check out that stream as well via the Air Daily X YouTube page. But for now, we are here in Palm Springs, looking very beautiful, looking very realistic too. And it's going to be a very short flight over to San Diego, so let's go back onto the flight deck and let's get the hell out of here because I don't want to be here for too long. I still have to get to bed. So I fired up what I think is probably one of the more simple aircraft that I have in my library. How do I zoom in here? Zoom in a little bit. For this quick and easy flight. So Mateo, I believe is his name. He's a new developer with Orbx. And it's very interesting. Because I have never heard of this developer. I don't know what he has brought to market in flight simulation prior to this San Diego scenery. So this is no small feat, what he has done as a first project release. So a part of me wants to think maybe he was a part of another development team, and then now he's going solo, or maybe he has been around, but maybe he went under different names and we just don't know him by name, or this could very well be his first flight simulation project. I mean, Russ White, if for those of you who know the Russ White, the man, the genius Russ White, who was formerly with Orbx, he's now with. Oops, let me get back online here. I'm busy looking around at Jared's work. He's now with the Turbulent Designs team. But when Russ joined Orbx, he had quite an impressive skill set. I'm probably going to be stuttering and stammering and stuff, and that's because it really is 3:01. So after a long day of work, I am streaming, so I am not really prepared to be streaming today. I might even crash, who knows. But Russ actually didn't have prior flight simulation development experience. He basically adapted his existing skills to flight simulation scenery development and joined Orbx, and lo and behold, he's one of the best in that the flight simulation community has to offer. Why does this thing, oh, come on, chase plane. Why does it drift like that? Oh, that drives me crazy. I just don't know how to stop chase plane eye point from drifting around when I use track IR. Try to use my Xbox controller, get that back in check. Reset the eye point. Okay, hopefully that's okay. All right, we're gonna sit behind the CRJ. So yeah, Russ, he didn't have any flight simulation development experience prior to joining Orbx, and he joined Orbx, and lo and behold, he's an amazing developer. So I'm wondering if that's the case with this gentleman. I'm probably not even pronouncing his name right, but this is definitely an interesting first release under this name. So I'm very curious, and hopefully we'll be getting to know the developer as time progresses. But for the time being, we are going to check out his work. So do I really want to wait for AI traffic, or do I just want to go? Nice little panning shot here of our little airplane lining up here. Look at that view. That's beautiful. And I do believe I have Turbulent Designs Big Bear. We're actually looking off in the direction of Big Bear right now, which blends in perfectly with Palm Springs. So as you take off from Palm Springs and start heading over the mountains, you then enter the Big Bear scenery. So you get this really nice photoreal action that continues for quite a distance. I see there's some chat going on there. Ben says he thinks it rhymes with Chin's look. No comment. Oh, so Ben's saying that Mateo has delivered other sceneries before Orbx. I saw you were leaving me a link. Let me see. If Ben, see if you can send me that link in a private chat, and it might come up, or maybe you already did. That's someone else. Someone's asking why they were banned. I don't know why you were banned, Mr. D Monkey. You might have said something that upset the mods. I'm not really sure. KPF 33 is saying that he thinks that MBS is stalled. No, it hasn't stalled actually. It's progressing. One of the reasons why it's taking so long is I think Russ had some other projects to work on, and so he's just getting back to it. Okay. Oh, let me see. Is that the other private chat? Oh, so he was a part of New Scenery Studio. Was he a part? Okay, Ben, was he a part of New Scenery Studio, or is he New Scenery Studio? Like, is he the man behind it, or just one of the guys behind it? And New Scenery Studio was like, I think, Italian group too, wasn't it? Or isn't it? I can't remember. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Let me see. Hang on. I'm reading the chat now. That's very interesting. New Scenery Studio, you know, it's funny. I actually haven't seen any of New Scenery Studio's work up close. I haven't installed or purchased any of their add-ons, so I'm definitely going to have to do that now, knowing this new information. Very interesting. Let me see, how do I turn on the gauge backlighting here? That's the panel switch. That's the dome light. There should be a backlight switch on here somewhere. I don't see the switch. Sorry guys, we're going to get underway here just a second. I figure there should be. That's for the gauges. Oh, I guess that'd be the switch there, huh? Okay. Alright. Let's roll. Am I even configured? Am I even trimmed out here? Does my trim switch work today? The last stream I did, I had no working trim switch, so that was fun. Alright, forgive me if I don't get back to your comments for a second while I focus on trying to learn how to fly here. I feel like my eye point is like really high. Oh shit, that's too low. Oh, that's too high. That's better. Ooh, get back on the center line there, buddy. I guess that 120 knots. Yeah, I guess we can rotate, huh? Here we go. And up we go. Lift your slow old ass off the ground. Gear up. Why is my eye point like all the way back into the seat here? Okay, so yes, this is an unusual time for me to be doing a live stream in the middle of the week. I should be in bed right now, but I can't help it. This thing was released, and like I said a moment ago, I always do a check for news before I go to bed, and then I do a check for news when I get up, and a couple more times throughout the day, and I figured I better stream this now because there's other things coming up this weekend, so might as well just get it out of the way. So for those of you in Europe who are waking up and are off to work right about now, it's 3 o'clock here, so it's got to be like around noon, I think, like in Eastern Europe and Germany, parts of Germany right now. It's probably in the afternoon on a Wednesday, so a lot of people aren't going to be able to catch this stream live, but you'll have something to look forward to when you get home today because this will be up on YouTube, and you can enjoy it then. So we're not going to have to climb too high because this really is going to be a short flight. It's going to be a really short flight. So Ben in the chat, and I'm not sure which Ben this Ben is because I know a few Bens. But Ben there is saying that Mateo, am I saying his name right? I want to make sure I say his name right. But Ben is saying that he was formerly part of New Scenery Studio, because I was really wondering, like, where does this developer come from to tackle on such a project and, you know, not know him by name. So I would, you know, it's funny. Sometimes this will happen where I'll announce New Scenery developers and I'll be like, oh, I've never heard of this guy before, I've never heard of that guy before, and then I'll go through my email and just run a search for their name, and I'll find that I've had correspondences with that person in the past and just didn't make the connection. That happened recently. Whoa, 300 knots. Well, a little bit too fast. So I'm wondering now if I check my email and put in that name, if something will show up, because I know that I had internal correspondences with New Scenery Studio. So I'm really curious now. He could be thinking, wow, this guy says he doesn't know who I am. What an asshole. I've been chatting with this guy for months, and so I don't know. I have to check that and see. Uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, I was about to say. Thought it froze up for a minute there. And we're just passing over Casino Morongo. For those of you guys who remember, and it was actually a lot of fun to do, before Jared Marshall initially announced Palm Springs, I put up a bunch of cryptic posts on AirDailyX because I knew it was coming. Let me see, can I just push that forward a little bit? I feel like my head is like in the seat. A bunch of cryptic pictures and images, and just let people go wild trying to figure out what the hell it was that I was up to. And people really went wild trying to figure it out. And in there, a couple of guys accurately guessed that it might be Palm Springs, because I had a bunch of Casino Morongo commercials in there and all kinds of weird stuff. Posted a video of the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea video, I put that in there because I think initially, Jared was going to extend the scenery all the way throughout the Salton Sea, but then I think he wound up cutting it short. I think he felt he was running into feature creep or something, if I can remember correctly. So he didn't wind up doing that after all. But that was a lot of fun watching people go crazy. I haven't actually done that in a long while. We probably would have done it with Innsbruck if if this whole Innsbruck ordeal hadn't have gone down the way that it did. That probably would have been a lot of fun. All right, let me see where we're at here. I gotta check my charts. Hang on, iPad. Okay. So we don't need to climb too high. Thinking around about 10,000 should probably do it. I see there's a lot of chats there. I think something like 50 people have showed up already, huh? Or 40 people. So people are waking up trying to find out what's going on. So if you are just joining me and wondering what the hell it is that we're looking at today, we are in fact headed to Orbx San Diego. It's an odd time for a live stream, but you know what? Sometimes I just gotta commit. Javietsky, Washington was slated to be next for this weekend, along with another something else. And so I'm thinking, okay, I can't do this upcoming weekend. And I didn't get any streams out this past weekend because it was my 8th anniversary with the young lady. So that was time devoted to my young lady and family. So I didn't hardly get much going on this past weekend. So now, if I'm going to get anything done, I've got to get it done. All right, I think this is good enough. I think we're going to level out here. I don't think we need to go much higher than this. And should be about 15 or so minutes en route from this point. As we proceed on course. And then now let me pause Track IR and see what some of this chat is going on here. Let's see some questions about the airplane. This is the Captain Sim 737-200 series. It's a cool, fun little classic airplane. I like it. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit faster. I don't know why these things just keep resetting. I don't get it. There we go. Ooh. So I'm very interested in, as well as many of you, in terms of how... Oh, shoot, not paying attention. In terms of how performance is going to be, how VAS impact is going to be. And I will pull up my Process Explorer when we get down there. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm just playing with my other screen right now, trying to monitor my performance monitor here. I use a cell phone, a separate cell phone, to monitor my system's performance. And right now, it's not connecting. Come on. You can monitor all my CPU cores and everything. It's called G-Core something from Logitech. And you can use your cell phone. You can monitor your PC's temperature, core percentage. Like right now, I've got one core at 100%, one core is at 2%, and then two are bouncing around between 70 and 100%. GP usage right now was 28%, frame buffer 11%, video engine 6%, GPU memory right now is 32%. So I can monitor all that stuff on a separate screen. It's really helpful. Okay, I can see there's a lot of chatting here, so sorry, let me get back to that. Oh, I was showing off the plane. Someone was asking what airplane this was. So yeah, the little Captain Sim 737. It's actually a good plane. I like it. the old simple days of flying. So like I was saying a moment ago, I'm going to be really interested to see how vast and everything's going to be handled. The Latin VFR San Diego did not work out well with open, or not open, but FTX Southern California, because I would almost always get out-of-memory errors down there. And then also I have there's a San Diego city scenery, and I keep forgetting the name of the developer, but you can find it if you go to flightsim.com. There's a San Diego city scenery, so I was using that, which is an old product that was never really optimized for prepared. And then the Latin VFR San Diego plus the FTX Southern California. So I think altogether those three just really wasn't working out well, because I'd almost always get OOM. So I'm really curious to see how this scenery is going to work. Now I should let you know that this particular scenery, I've got everything turned on. So in everything except for static aircraft, I have turned on. Is my microphone still on? This microphone runs on a battery, so I just want to make sure that this battery doesn't die. Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's a lot of scenery options, and I pretty much turned just about everything on, with the exception of the static airplanes, and that was because I was going to let my AI populate it, but I'm not even sure if my AI is even turned on. Oh no, it is, because we saw those planes, right? We rated for those aircraft at Palm Springs. Look, it's late here, guys, so you're gonna have to bear with me. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be off my rocker for a little bit here, but anyway, yeah, so I figured it's better to just have my AI there. So I'm really hoping I don't run out of memory when we get there. It's going to be really interesting. So we're all in this train together, baby. All right, let me catch up on some comments before I have to start the descent. Oh, someone's asking if this is P3D. Yes, this is the latest version of P3D. The reason why on the Twitch page you're watching this on says Streaming Flight Simulator X was because there was no prepared. And so for people to know that I was streaming Flight Simulator, I had to choose that. But now apparently I think Twitch has added prepared to their list of streaming options. So I do need to change that. But yes, I don't use FSX. What else? Yeah, so yeah, a few people were saying he is from New Scenery Studio. So he is New Scenery Studio. So he wasn't a member of the team. He was, in fact, the man behind it, if I'm understanding you guys correctly. Someone set landing lights? Oh, I didn't turn on my landing lights. Thank you. Who else is here? Amos, I think, is in here somewhere. It said Amos just started watching somewhere. Let's see, Rolio's there. Oh, yeah, there's Amos. Yes, we are heading to, and KFJ333 says, congrats on the anniversary. Yep, 6 years. Boy, how does time fly. You know, we actually met in the airline industry. She's a therapist now, but back then, yeah, we both worked. Actually, this would be more than 8 years ago. This would be closer to, what, 9.5 years ago. We worked for the same airline, actually, in New York City. That's right. All right, let me see, where are we at here? Okay. I don't think I need to start descending just yet. Okay, stable at 300 knots. And again, if you're just joining us, we are heading to San Diego. I rarely do night flights and streams. I'm not really sure why that is, but I think the reason why I chose night flying for this particular flight is because I think Palm Springs just looks so pretty at sunset, so I wanted to do that sunset departure. So we'll do this evening arrival, or maybe I'll brighten it back up a little bit so that we can see all the buildings and stuff on the approach. Because the thing about San Diego is, if you don't get the approach right, you ain't got none of it right. The approach is like the best thing about San Diego. You have to get the approach right. So I might as well bring some daylight back up so that we can see the parking garage and all that stuff. What is it? Was it History Channel that named San Diego one of the top 10 most dangerous airports in the world because of the approach, I guess, and the what did you call that? The proximity to terrain and buildings and so on and so forth. So this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to approaching it. I hope I don't run out of memory. We're going to find out. It's going to be very interesting. So yes, a very unusual time to be streaming. But hey, I mean, for a product that was just released only hours ago, you guys get to see it in real time. And people, every time I wrote a post on the San Diego project, people were just like really, really freaking out about VAS and performance and the whole 9 yards. So we get to try it all out in real time. So welcome aboard. There's that California sun setting there in the background. In fact, I think we can actually start to see San Diego coming into view. Should be pretty soon, huh? You can already see the coast there. I'll probably start my descent now. Just a little bit further. Where's all that light coming from in here? I know the dome light is also. What's all that light? Huh. It just seems really bright in here. Okay, let's start descending here a bit. Uh-oh. What's that pause? What's that pause? Okay, there we go. It released me again. I don't know, something weird, and I don't know if it's just me, and maybe some of you guys can kind of corroborate that. For some reason lately, flying around Pacific Northwest region, I've been getting like weird random pauses. I don't know if anyone else has been experiencing that. Myself and a friend of mine too, we were both flying together. And there was a third person as well that was in Australia, and we were all experiencing these pauses. We were flying on FS. What was that? What's that thing called? The little thing that allows you to. Oh, there's San Diego. You can see the buildings there. Ooh, looks nice. What's the name of that? Open Fly FS or whatever that multiplayer program or whatever. Anyway, we were all flying it at the same time, and we were finding that we were all getting like these pauses either at the same time or like close to around the same time. We would get these pauses, and so we were at first blaming it on that little program that allows us to fly together, but then flying separately offline, we were finding that we were still getting these pauses. So I just wonder. I never did look in to see why that's happening, but the most recent flight that I did, I found that it was giving me those pauses. I think about that because I've had I think 3 pauses so far since since I've taken off. Come on, baby, trim out. Come on. Jeez Louise, can't trim out a freaking 737. Jeez. Let me look back over there towards San Diego again. Where are those buildings at? Are they still there? Yeah, look at that. There are the buildings. Nice. I feel like I'm a little too close to this terrain for my own good, but that's okay. I have to trim this puppy out. I think I trimmed her out now. She's doing okay. Alright. Start bleeding off some of that airspeed a bit there. So if I do run into trouble, it will most likely be because of my AI traffic. I hope it's not gonna. I'm really kind of hoping the AI traffic ain't gonna kill me. Ah. right. This is going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see this scenery. I am like, now that we're here, I'm like getting really excited. I'm like, please don't run out of memory, please. This is really exciting. Okay. And as a reminder, this is you can actually use this scenery, even if you're a fan of, because I think that's one of the big things that a lot of people like, that MSE, that mega scenery, Earth stuff, and so this is a scenery that will work with Mega Scenery Earth or with Default or FTX Global, I guess. This is like kind of this is like another Orbx standalone, so I know that's music to a lot of people's ears. And not only that, but a lot of people that I know personally have actually found that OpenLC North America is better than using FTX Northern California. I know people who own both FTX Southern California and Northern California, and I've had a lot of friends tell me actually we just use OpenLC now because we find that with flying heavies into San Francisco and larger airports, we find that OpenLC North America is just a bit better for those types of flights. So yeah, very interesting. Me personally, I'm in love with the FTX California scenery, so both north and south. So I can't imagine not having it. Honestly, I just can't imagine not having it. Probably because I'm a bit biased being Californian, but nevertheless. All right, there's the runway there at 12 o'clock, just lining up here. Or trying to, rather. So, waiting for those buildings to light up. I can't tell if they're lit or not from this point. We'll find out in a minute. I'm a little bit off the localizer here. Let's plop down the gear. In fact, let's just get rid of the autopilot altogether. Let's say goodbye to that, and we'll just hand fly all the way down from here. We'll just shoot a visual approach. And I do have my landing lights on now. Whoever was reminding me of that earlier, thank you. And we are too red, too white on the poppy lights. Pappy. Oh, Poppy. Oh, you like to go too red and too white, Poppy. Mm-hmm. All right. Where's my trim? Let's trim this thing here. Come on. Trying to hand fly here. Oh, yeah, those buildings are lit up nicely, too. Look at that. I tend to crash more on approach because I'm too busy looking at the damn scenery than trying to pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing here. Ooh, let's trim down a little bit. A little high. Look at that. That looks sweet. That looks sweet. Nice. So far, so good. Damn, look, that looks pretty damn good. All right, let me focus. I gotta focus here because I am gonna crash. Still too red, too white. God, I feel like I'm low here. I feel like I am so low right now. Like I'm gonna wipe out a building with my landing gear. Where's that parking garage? There it is. Holy crap. Let me sit up further on my seat so we can see that parking garage. Damn. Ooh, crap. Ooh, little low. Woo! Little low. Alright. I don't know why Flight Simulator always has traffic coming in this direction because it's never really accurate, but whatever. Alright. I'm probably putting it down a little bit early, but oh well. Screw it. I suck. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Diego. Current temperatures are 79 degrees. Scattered clouds. All right, so we are here. We made it. And can I take this turn off? Okay, I think I can. I don't know why Flight Simulator insists on bringing aircraft in from that direction, because they do not come in from that direction. Well, a little AVCAD issue here. We got FedEx parked over there. I don't know why. Well, hey, I didn't run out of memory. You know what? Let's check the Process Explorer real quick while we're here. Because just because I landed doesn't mean that I'm not still hanging by a thread. Turn off those lights. All right, let's run a quick check of Process Explorer before I do anything else. Let's just hit the brakes. All right. Let's see. Oh, there's Southwest there. What is he? Is he turning around on the runway? Uh-oh. Oh, AVCAD, where art thou? He just turned around on the runway there, didn't he? He sure did. What's up with that, yo? All right, let's check Process Explorer really quickly. I just want to make sure that, you know, like we are good. Because I've got this baby cranked right now. Okay, let me pause check IR. Let's pull up Process Explorer. Give me one moment, folks, while I pull up Process Explorer. Let's see how we're doing bass-wise. Where's prepared? Prepared, where are you? Prepared. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you guys where we are at right now with Process Explorer. So we're going to switch, excuse me, to the desktop. Oops. Where'd it go? Process Explorer. We're on the desktop, right? Yes. Okay. So we can see here's prepared. 3,358,780. So this is where we are now. So Fly Tampa Amsterdam, if I remember correctly, was like kind of right up in this area too. Kind of right up in there. So, and with Fly Tampa Amsterdam, I actually didn't run out of memory, if you remember that stream, up until I switched to like the third aircraft, which was the 777, the Precision Manuals 777 there, and then that's when it started to ping. But even then, I was able to finish off this stream and park to the gate and move the jet bridges and all that stuff. So this is pretty good. Let's take a look at frame rates. Where's my frame rates? So I'll close that for now. All right, leave that running in the background. Frame rates right now, 25, 27. So it's bouncing between 26, 27 frames per second right now. So that's not too bad. Is he flashing me like get the hell out of his way? Screw you. All right. Where's the thing at? Oh, there it is. Let's go back here. All right, so let's find a gate. The other question that I have not been able to answer is whether or not, actually, you know, let's go back up here, is whether or not the jet bridges and how that whole deal is. So I see a gate right here, so I'm just going to pull up right here. So I don't know. I didn't pull up the manual, so I don't even know if we're going to have motion jet bridges, if it's SODI or what. I didn't follow the form too closely to see if any of those questions were answered. Look at those buildings in the background. Shit, that looks good. Oh, crap. I'm way off here. And then, yeah, let me see. I don't know. I probably nothing with the jet bridges, right? I didn't look at the instruction manual. I guess I could. Because I'm trying to think, did any new Scenery Studio airports have, like, motion jet bridges? I don't know, because I've never used any of them. I know, it's terrible. Move up a little bit more here. Ah, stop. Okay, that'll work. Parking brake. I don't think so. Control Juliet. Nope. How do you pull up SODI? I don't think this uses SODI either. To my knowledge, Orbx. Oh, shit. No. But it wasn't an out-of-memory error, though. I don't know. I got a fatal error. But it couldn't have been because of the memory, though. But I did. I got a fatal error. Oh, fuck. Ah. All right. Let's bring it back. Sorry, lads. I don't know what happened there. All right. While we're waiting for this to come back, it wasn't an out of memory error though. It was one of those fatal errors. So I don't know what happened there, because if I ran out of memory, I would have gotten all that stuff. I don't know what happened. So, all right, let me find the manual for this real quick. We were just trying to screw with the jet bridges, and when I went to open SODI, then I got the error. So it could have had something to do with SODI. I don't know, but when I went to click on it, and then I got a fatal error. So, where is... I guess I can put this back on the desktop for a minute. North America? Where is that? San Diego. I got... Oh, Yakutat's not installed. I didn't know that. Okay, where's San Diego? KS. TS, TVL. Oh, there it is. Control panel. Oh, well, we can at least look at the control panel really quickly so you can see where I'm at on this. So you can see FTX Southern California mode with terminal high settings. That's higher details on the terminal, specular maps on the terminal, textures, more details, and all helipads in the city, which I very much intend on checking out. And in main hospital, recommend it for high-end PCs, which I run a Jetline, so I ain't worried about that. I did add these static shadows just so we could see what they look like. Adds static shadows under airport objects, not under static airplanes, which they then have separately here. I did without, but I'm not using static airplanes anyway because I have my AI. What else? 3D grass is on. A lot of cars. Less cars and without cars. I put a lot of cars. You guys saw that approach. That approach was super freaking smooth, right? I mean, that was a really smooth approach. So, I mean, as far as performance, I mean, even if I turned all the stuff off, I don't even think I would need it any more smoother than it was. You guys notice there was no stutters. It did not pause at all on the approach. It was smooth all the way down to the floor. So I'm really impressed. I'm happy with the performance thus far. A lot of boats, so we'll see those boats, and then animated animals, birds, dolphins, elephants, and whatnot. Okay, prepare just came back. Okay, and might as well grab my helicopter now, huh? Okay, let me... You know what? Let's hit cancel real quick. Can I not click outside of prepared? Really? Okay. I feel like I need an airplane to see it. You know what? We'll check the jet bridges later if they animate. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's close this and user guide. Let's pull that up real quick. Can I zoom in on this? I don't understand this Microsoft Edge crap. How do I zoom in so you guys can actually read this? I saw it a minute ago and now I don't see it. I don't know. Let me click on it again. User guide. I saw it. Oh, there it is. There we go. It was there and then it wasn't there. All right. Let's see. Product requirements. Blah blah blah. Installation guide. By the way, injecting this directly into FTX Central, I had it downloaded and ready to go in like 10 minutes, by the way. So that's how long it took. This is that big-ass coverage area it comes with. Rancho, San Diego, Mid-City, Coronado. The whole 9 yards there. Pretty nice. This is a big-ass coverage area, too. Okay. Control panel. Just reading this real quick. I don't see anything about jet bridges in here. So I'm thinking no animated jet bridges, right? AutoGen automation tool. These are the three kings here. Beta test team. Beta testing guys never get any love. There's the beta test group. I don't see anything here about jet bridges, so I'm just going to assume that there ain't gonna be none here because I don't see anything. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss it before we go back in there. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that, and I'm going to grab my AW109. There we go. Yeah, I like that color. All right, and then let's go back to San Diego. And is there a helipad here anywhere? Guess it take off from? No, not really, huh? No, that's fine. We'll just take off from here. All right, let's go back. And I guess we'll just fly around in the daytime here. Sorry, guys. Appreciate your patience while I figure this out. I don't know what happened there, but that was definitely Process Explorer right now. There it is. I'll leave that up there for just a second. I'll jump back into the chat here and try to catch up. Just a drink of water. Let's see here. Try to catch up to you guys here. KFJ is asking if I'm using Invitex. No, I'm using Rex. I'm a Rex dog. Never tried that Invitex. I don't really know much about it. The problem is once I have something installed and everything's working well when it comes to stuff like that, like I'm afraid if I install another add-on like that it might override or screw something up. So I'm not keen on changing that too much. And that's primarily because I rely on live streams to show off things for you guys. And if I put something in and something doesn't override or doesn't work correctly, then I've got to do like a reinstall, and that I just can't stand. So I haven't taken the time to do that yet, but I'm in the process of getting ready to buy another 1 terabyte SSD. And then once I put on prepared version 4 on that one, then a lot of these other products I'll be able to use in tandem, because I'll have both this version prepared and that version as well. So, and Ripper Air is asking if I'm going to Flight Sim Con. Absolutely. Are you going to Flight Sim Con? And Java Beam, no, it's not FS Cloud that I was using, that I was talking about. I'm talking about this thing. Where is it? Join FS. That's the one. You just click Join FS. I won't install the new version, but this pops up. You put in an IP address, you click join, and boom, you're online. Like it's really awesome. The guy who made that is really awesome. All right, just trying to get through the chat real quick. Gabon 20 says I use land class instead of the Cali regions just because of the VAS. The man RJ says he didn't think twice and just bought it. Baseman from Hell is asking what airport this is. This is San Diego. Oh, Ben is saying they're animated, so okay. Well, we can try it again. Whoa, what the hell is going on with my helicopter? And that's not the helicopter that I selected either, so what the hell is that? What the hell is going on here? Hang on a second, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, check that Process Explorer. So it's, oh wow, oh no, that's not the Process Explorer, that's L-Core. Here we go, Process Explorer is here. We're down into 2. We were at 3 before. We're down into 2 now. Let's go back to prepared. What the hell is up with my helicopter? Why is it on the ground like that, and why is it missing textures? Oh, wait a minute. There it is. I was like, what is up with my helicopter? There she goes. Okay. Sorry, let me finish up the chat here real quick. Oh, so you guys are saying that this does have jet bridges? The jet bridges are Control J. I wonder why it didn't work. I hit Control J and nothing moved. So, I don't know. Is this Ben McClintock? Because this guy seems to know a lot. Is this Ben McClintock? Alright. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at, I'm sure jet bridge ain't gonna dock with my helicopter, so what I'll do is, because Ben there is saying that the jet bridges do work, it is Ben McClintock. Oh, you Ben, you. Ben, I assume you're coming back to Flight Sim Con this year? Looking forward to having another beer with you. Last year was a freaking blast. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Should I move to like an external view here? I feel like I should, just so we can see things a little bit better. Yeah, Ben's in Australia, so yeah, this is a prime time for him to be watching. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we are airborne now. Oh crap, I'm like, why is everything so shaky and stuttery? I'm like, something's not right. I gotta turn off chase plane. Hang on a second. Damn it, where is it? Presets, camera, turbulence. Sorry, I gotta turn off the turbulence and the head shaky stuff. Otherwise I'm gonna throw up. Let's just turn all of this off. Every time it reloads, it just resets anyway. So, okay, there we go. That should be better. There we are. Okay, so here we are now. We're back. Let me see. It's looking like it's a little stuttery, though, right? Is that just me? What's going on? Why is that looking stuttery like that? This was really smooth earlier. I feel like it's... What are my frame rates right now? Frame rates are... about 20 frames per second. It could be the AI, I'm guessing. Alright, so first things first, let's get down on the ground here and take a look at some of these terminal textures. Ah, don't hit the building. Hang on here, let me get this thing in control. I am picking up some stutters here, though. Shall I switch off the AI, maybe? Let's do that. Let's turn the AI off for right now. Because I don't know why this is looking a little bit... Oh, you know what? I think I know what's up. Hang on a second. When I tend to fly my little small airplanes, I tend to crank things up, but... Oh, that should be fine. No, I'm going to turn off cloud shadows for right now. And traffic. I'm going to just go ahead and turn off the traffic for right now, just to see if that clears things up. And turn off the road vehicles as well. And just see if that kind of smoothens things out a bit. Yep, that's better. And frame rates are now, 40 frames per second now. All right, well, turning off one of those things certainly helped. It was probably the AI traffic. All right, so taking a look at the textures here. Textures here look really good. Let's try to get up there up close. San Diego, honestly, is not the most beautiful looking airport. It's really just kind of basic, but it's one of those airports like Amsterdam, well, it's where it's not the most beautiful airport in the world, but you really don't want them to change it because that's kind of what makes it what it is, sort of thing. Those buildings in the background just look fantastic, don't they? Look at that. Damn, that looks really good. Alright, so taking a look here, we've got the logistics area here. We got a Jared Marshall Static 757 parked over here too. I recognize that baby from Monterey. Almost all the California airports or major airports are like almost all done. No one's done Fresno yet. Let's see, where's that Limburg artwork? That's got to be around here somewhere. Is that on this building? Is that the one? I can't remember. I feel like there's another artwork somewhere around here. Alright, so first thoughts. Let me see. I know I said a lot or lots of cars in the control panel. You guys saw that. I'm not seeing a whole lot of cars here, though. The parking lot area, it's kind of sitting on that sort of like dirt type photoreal thing. That's one of the things that I tend to slam developers for. I'm always like, parking lots, baby. This parking lot over here sucks. This is whack. Like this whole area up in here. But getting across onto the airfield itself, the ground textures are actually really sharp and well colored. So definitely liking the airfield like this. The textures here is very nicely done. The palm trees with the sailboats and everything in the background, like this really accurately captures the look and feel of San Diego. So definite kudos there. Some sharp textures here on the blast fence also. I'm not sure. What is all this stuff over here? So it's just like random whatever. You're not supposed to pay too much close attention to that on approach, I guess. Let's head over to that car park under the approach. That famous car park. Here it is. So I'm assuming this is maximum cars, because they were like, it said on there like lots and lots of cars, and this is not like a lot of cars. It's a few cars, but not like a super duper amount of cars. There's the car park there under the approach. Really awesome. Look at that. And where's the 405 freeway? I guess that'd be the 405 off to the right there. He's even added traffic light poles here. I don't think, are these actually lit up? Yeah, they are, huh? The green is at the top, though. I think green's supposed to be at the bottom. That was a nice touch getting the intersection there. These roads probably could have had some polygons to kind of sharpen it up a bit and make it look more like a road, but you'll be flying over that so fast you probably won't even have time to notice anyway. Actually, look at the cars. The cars here are really nice. Look at that. We got some Escalades, some nice Cadillacs up in here. We got nice Tahoe. Wow, the car models these are some of the best car models I've seen. Those are some really nice. Look at that. You can even read Tahoe on the car, LTZ, which is the top of the line model. That's actually the truck I want to buy. Not in red though, but yeah, I like that truck. All right, very nice. And then the other one over there is an Escalade. Another Cadillac. One looks like a Honda Civic and a Mazda. And what is this thing on the end here? That's like, what is that? Like a Kia or something like that, right? Or it's a Jeep. Oh, it's a Jeep. Okay. Look at that. The new ugly Chrysler minivan. So, wow. I mean, the Buick minivan. I didn't know Buick made minivans. Wow, that's news to me. So, yeah, the cars are very nice. The parking lots suck. But the cars are really nice. In fact, it doesn't do those cars any justice, just kind of sitting on the undetailed terrain there. But really well done on the cars. Really well done here as well. Like I said, on the polygon here. Ground textures are very impressive. Actually, let's come back along this side here. Over to the GA parking area. Hangar textures look really nice. And this looks like this would be a static, huh? Oops, I crashed. I was trying to slow it down so we could see this. Sorry, it's like past 4 o'clock in the morning now, I think, for me. So I'm gonna be like trashed here, but the city buildings are really impressive in the background. Like, that's just killing me right now. Zhevitsky design, eat your heart out. These look like all statics over here. This is nicely done on the GA hangars here. Let's see, you got more buildings along this side here. I think this is just a fancy looking car park. I actually haven't been down to San Diego in a couple years. I think it's been about a couple years since I've been down there. Let me see. What is this bridge over here? Oh, that's probably part of the 405, or that's just a street. I think that's just a street there. Some missing autogen on the hills. That's no biggie. Let's take a look at these ground GSE here. There we go. I did that a little bit softer this time. We got fences. Can't complain about the fences. And make sure, is my microphone still on? I feel like this battery's going to die any day now. I should put the gear down if I want to put the helicopter down. Huh? There we go. Yep, I think the mic is still working here. Let's see. Oh, Ben is saying that's actually a new car library that Orbx uses, and this is the first scenery to use it. Yeah, I remember John actually mentioning something like that. I think he was saying they wanted to use these cars in Innsbruck or something like that, I think he said. This was, but I think he was saying that, I guess it was like a performance impact issue or something like that, because a few people, I think, were whining about the cars in Innsbruck. I think I remember reading something like that, just kind of like roughly off the top of my head. Building texture is very nice. Over here as well. Making our way back across the airfield here. And also another note for all the GSE ground equipment and stuff is really nicely modeled as well. I'm not sure if that's Mateo's library or Orbx library, but trying to remember if I've seen these at maybe Orlando Scenery. I can't remember. But nicely done nevertheless. Once Fly Tampa delivers that new Las Vegas scenery, the whole Southwest US is going to be just like packed. So yeah, I'm really digging the textures here. Oh, wait, what is this? This is a jet bridge that's... Oh, I was going to say, is this a jet bridge that's just sitting out there? No, there is a little connector there. Yeah, I'm really curious to try out these jet bridges. This would be the first Orbx scenery to have animated jet bridges, so really curious about that. So far, the only negative thing I have to say about the scenery, because I am truly impressed, just thus far, it's just the parking lots. There's no life here. You know, this is kind of a missed opportunity to kind of make this entire area a little bit more detailed as far as the ground polygon is concerned. You can see there the we've got all of the signage here. Look at this. What is this? This is very nice detail here. This is very nice detail here. We even got the transit buses there, very nice. Welcome to San Diego. See, this is nice attention to detail here. 100 years of Balboa Park. The roof textures in some areas are a bit rough. But I won't really ding that because at the very least, the air ducts and air conditioners and all of that was added in, so that's a really good touch as well. And again, the street, all the street signage is here. Let me see, can I get that back into view? Look at that. So that's nicely done. Now, I know I also checked, because you guys saw the terminal specular mapping, but for some reason I haven't seen any of it yet, so we'll see here in a minute once we go back over to the airfield side. This whole area is nicely done. Again, it's just the parking lot, the ground here in the parking lot kind of takes away from all of it. I mean, the scenery looks really good. It's really impressive, but from this point of view, and again, many of you couldn't give a crap about the parking lot because that's not where you're parking your airplanes, but that's just the only thing that's kind of detracting away from it. Otherwise, it's a very beautiful airport. I mean, I'm definitely impressed. That's the only thing that's just kind of taken away from it a bit. But the modeling here looks very nicely done. And we'll come around the other side here, all these other logistics buildings and stuff around here. This is a very large coverage area, so I'm not going to fly over the entire scenery. A lot of that you guys can kind of experience on your own. But we will definitely check out the immediate surroundings. There's helipads out there that are waiting for me. This is the new terminal here. I'm really curious about that specular mapping because I have not seen it yet. So let's see if it shows up. One of the things I find with Orbx control panels is that sometimes with certain sceneries it doesn't seem to always work. Like with Fall City as an example, I always check on there that I want to have static aircraft, but they never show up no matter what I do. And in this case it is checked to have specular mapping, but there's clearly no specular mapping here. So the control panel has not communicated to the files, hasn't communicated the files to the simulator. No internal modeling here. Probably would have been a missed opportunity, but at least with the specular mapping, I know it would look really nice. But unless it's the time of day, let me pause this real quick and see if maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's too dark to see it. Or maybe that is it. It doesn't look shiny. I don't see any background or anything moving around there. Ben, does this look right? Is Ben still here? Ben, he knows all this stuff. He's the man. I guess there is some specular mapping there. It's kind of subtle. It's very subtle. There's just no... Yeah, I guess that would be the specular mapping. Yeah, it is on, I guess, because you can see the light moving across, if I'm looking at this correctly. But the only downside is I just don't see there's no like background image or anything to give the windows more of a glossy appearance. That sort of thing that I always look for. I just don't see that here. Let me change time of day again. Now it's a little bit dark on this side. Nice specular mapping on the ground. The ground textures are really nicely done. Again, I mean, looking at the ground textures, definitely very impressed here. I think Ben might have left us already. I don't see him responding in there. So for the windows on the terminal, the way a lot of developers do, where you kind of get that sort of background reflection, I would have liked to have seen something like that in there, even if it's a default background, only because it really gives the windows that glassy type appearance, and I just don't see that here. So that's probably one area where I would say the Latin VFR version is a little bit better in that area, but that's a much older scenery, and this one blows that one away in a lot of areas. Performance is really good. Oh, let's take a look at that performance monitor again too. Where are we at? 335, 424. So not bad. We are far away from any OOMs, that's for sure. But otherwise, I think the developer really did capture kind of the gritty look of the airport. When you really look at it, I mean, that's really well done. I just think the windows, they need that sort of reflection on there just to give them that much more of a reminder that you are looking at windows, because there's no internal modeling. So the windows, they lack that gloss. They're just not glossy enough. And here we are here as well. They're just not glossy. And I'm really craving that gloss that just isn't showing up. So that's the only other area. All right, let's move on and take a look at a little bit of the surrounding areas here. Here we have the marina, the Sheraton Hotel here. Lots of boats here in the marina. It looks very nice. Really cool. No cars out here. And the Hilton. Move this out of the way. That pause you're seeing is me moving screens around. That's not the scenery, just FYI. And has he made any touches to the airbase here? Probably just photoreal, right? Let's go over here and take a quick look. Yeah, some photo. It looks like photoreal was done here as well. Coronado and Coronado, not Coronado. And let's actually take a look at that famous hotel. I think I see it there, looming. So K-Fly17 has obviously never seen an Air Daily X live stream, who says you're never going to park in the parking lot. So since this is your first, I'll explain. When I do a review of an airport, I look for thoroughness. So even if it's a part of the airport that you may not necessarily look at, it's still an area that's a part of the airport. And everything that is a part of the immediate airport, I always say should be modeled, because if you pay full price for an airport, you should get the full airport and all of its features. So that's why I always put in a disclaimer that not everyone really cares about the parking lot, but that's just a staple of one of the things I look for. And the reason why that is because back in the day, quite a few developers would make a really nice detailed airfield side, but would just completely leave out the land side of the airport. So that whole half of the building in some sceneries wouldn't even have textures. So you'd go to the land side of the building where the cars pull up and all that stuff, and there would just literally be no textures or anything there. It would just be completely blank. And so over the years, developers have really gotten much more detailed in those areas as well, because it's still a part of the scenery. So again, many people won't care, but it's one of those things that I coin as a matter of printable. So hopefully I answered your question. Someone's asking which aircraft. It's the Milviz/Nimitz AW109. Oh, I got my gear down. And we're just making our way from Coronado Island over the Coronado Bridge and then into downtown San Diego. There is the famous convention center right there in green, home of Comic-Con and God knows what else. So there's the Coronado Bridge we're just flying over now. There's the Hilton Hotel, one of the more recent buildings in downtown San Diego. And I think I'm going to change that time of day again because I feel like it's a little dark. That's a little bit better. And the famous baseball field here. So as you can see, not every building was done there. There's still quite a few buildings that weren't modeled. You can see on the 2D image. But certainly enough buildings and much far better than the default to really be able to enjoy this. From the airport, it really all comes together really nicely. Let's find a helipad around here somewhere. There's a lot of helipads throughout the scenery. And just given the unusual time that I'm doing a live stream, I'm not going to have time to hunt them out. Here's one. We'll land. What building is this? This is... What does that say? Kleinfelder? We're going to land on that Kleinfelder building there. We're going to bring the helicopter around. Let me see. Let me go back inside. Oh, there it is. Ah! I should pay attention to what I'm doing here. No, don't crash. Ooh, that was close. Where's Trek IR? There you are. Let me see, move this around. I'm gonna try to get this right here. Give me just a second. Alright, let me see. Where is that building at that I said I was going to land on here? I like the way the freeways was done. Wow, I actually didn't notice that until I got to this perspective there. The sunken freeway and the bridge is going across. That's a nice touch. Very nice touch. I keep forgetting the name of that baseball stadium, that very famous baseball stadium. You think I'd remember. I'm not a super huge baseball fan, but you think I'd at least remember the name of the stadium. Jeez. Alright, so let's head back over to that building, and we're gonna plop this puppy down. There's a Hilton, and what building is, what hotel is that? I think that's a Sheraton hotel, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a Sheraton? Hyatt. I think it's a Hyatt with the green roof there, if I remember correctly. I think that's the Hyatt. So no trees here. You can see there's a lot of detail on the photo image that's not in the actual scenery itself. But I'm not going to really ding that at all, because really the goal is to get the look and feel of this city from the airport perspective, and that's really what's important. Another thing too that I should be looking for here is the aircraft carrier. There it is. And isn't there supposed to be like a pirate ship or something parked in there? So there's the aircraft carrier. And let's find that helipad. And put this baby down. It was the Kleinfelder building. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, let's put the gear down. Alright. Oh, come on, Trek IR. Don't do this to me now. Ooh, coming in a little hot, a little hot. My Trek IR is giving me trouble. Jeez, I'm trying to look down and I can't look down. I can't do this if I can't look down, Trek IR. Where's the helipad at? Shoot. Ah! Easy, easy. I can't even see the helipad. Where is it? I don't even know if I'm landing on it. Oh, there it is. Alright, just need to move back over a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. And we're down. Ooh, okay, there we go. So we've got some Heart and helipads here. Very nice. Let's see if we can find one more. I know there's a hospital helipad, but I don't even know where that is. I'd have to look for that. You think I know San Diego well, living in Southern California, but not that well. Let me see. Is that a helipad over there? I think it might be. No, I don't see any markings. No markings there. So definitely a lot more buildings. I'm imagining the buildings that he didn't model are probably some of the lower rise buildings that you really wouldn't see from a distance. And that would seem to make a lot of sense. Speaking of buildings, I am really waiting for Orbx Buildings HD. Oh my gosh. I Keep thinking about that. All right, there's another helipad, looks like. I'm going to try to come down on this one. Oh, watch that angle of attack. Ooh, that's really fast. Slow it down. Oh, wait, that's not in the center, is it? There we go. No, stop rolling. Ah! Ooh, that was close. I thought that was going to roll off the edge there. All right, and let's go back to the night lighting one more time. Might as well. Before I end. I don't think Ben McClintock, I don't think he's still in the chat. Oh, Petco Park. Is it called Petco Park? I thought it was something else. I don't know why I thought it was something else. Okay. So let's take a look at the night lighting now before I leave you all. I wanted to see if Ben McClintock was still here so he can give me any ideas in terms of anything I should show off that I might have missed, but I think he left already. So let me see here if someone else is in the chat. That's all right. So anyway, just take a look at the city at night now, and then we'll head over to the airport again. You can see there you've got all the red lights on top of the buildings for people like me in helicopters so we don't crash into them, which is a nice touch. Good attention to detail there. Oh, and I have to remember to try the jet bridge again. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back over to the airport and try that out. I have to switch into an airplane. I'll just pick something simple that shouldn't be a very heavy load. Take a look at those city buildings there. So overall, thus far, do I like it? I really do. I really do like it. There's just a few key areas. Like I said, the windows need to look more like glass, and I really feel like the windows don't look like glass. My typical parking lot nitpicking, as usual. That's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't have any other complaints. I really do like it. You know, we don't usually expect this kind of work from Orbx. I mean, it's something that I think is starting to become kind of a norm with the, you know, with what's that airport? Melbourne getting redone, and you know, Brisbane from back in the day, which is kind of a similar size airport. I really wasn't impressed with the Stockholm or Orlando scenery. But with San Diego, I'm definitely impressed. And I think with stuff like this, I can really see Orbx really going in this direction. And then, of course, there's just the Jared Marshall stuff, like Palm Springs and Monterey and Redding. And so this kind of fits in really nicely with all of those. Obviously, San Diego gets far more traffic. So this is really a kind of a new, I think, area for Orbx. And I really do applaud it. I'm definitely digging the runway lighting here and airport lighting. Got some volumetric lights there. We didn't get to see any of the birds or the dolphins and stuff. I know I checked it, but I never saw any of it. But overall, yeah, I really do like this airport. So if you have any previous versions of San Diego, I would definitely recommend you get this one. The performance is really solid. So I know a lot of you joined the stream a little bit late, but once I get this up on YouTube, go back and watch the approach. It was just smooth like butter all the way down, just smooth. So really happy with that. The night lighting on the buildings is a lot better. And the lighting, too, with the windows looks a lot better at night as well than during the daytime. So that's a good touch there. A nice touch there, I should say. The actual airport polygon itself is really fantastic. So just a couple of areas. So, you know, I wouldn't expect the developer to make any of the changes that I've mentioned, but good, I think, hopefully, food for thought for the future, for the next project. But, yeah, a lot of potential here. And overall, I mean, it's very nice, and it looks authentic. It has a very authentic feel. And at the end of the day, that's really what I want to look. You know, that's what I look for the most is how authentic does it look and does it feel, and whether or not the developer captured that, and he did. And that's what's most important. You know, I have always said in the past that an airport is only as good as its approach. And I mean, the approach, everything was just that nailed it for me. Just that one little bit right there. So. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the scenery. I guess I've pretty much shown everything there is to show. I just want to try the jet bridges one more time. So, ooh, I'm going to land with no gear again. Where is it? So I'm going to just put the gear down here. So I'm just going to switch it to an aircraft one more time. Alright, set that down nice and easy. Where's the ground already? Jeez. Okay. All right, so let's try switching aircraft one more time. Yeah, Travers. Yeah, I don't think that guy owns that nightclub. Yeah. Probably works there, but yeah, I don't think he owns it. I seriously strongly doubt that. All right, let me just grab, I'll just jump in, I guess, like Aerosoft Airbus real quick. Really quickly, if I can find it. Aerosoft, where are you? Just type it in. There we go. British Airways might look a little out of place with the British Airways A320, but that should be fine. And the man RJ is saying you can't land on the aircraft carrier. Oh, I didn't even try. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Oh, that was weird. All right, so let's just move this in real quick. I'm just going to slew back up to the gate, and actually so we can see a little bit better, I'm going to change the time one more time just so we can see that. I'm just going to slew up. So Ben said Control J should do it. I guess I'll just use this gate right here. That should be fine. Am I on the mark there? I think that's good enough. Oh, there it goes. I don't know why it didn't work before. There we go. We finally have an Orbx airport with animated jet bridges. Oh my god. I feel like I can freaking breathe. Jeez. I really feel like I can breathe now that we have animated jet bridges. This is great. So the dream now is if we can just get Palm Springs and Dubrovnik. What other Orbx airport has jet bridges? I'm trying to think of here. Definitely the Aussie stuff. I'd be a happy camper. I'll try this one as well. Yep, that one's moving. And for good measure, we'll move to another terminal here. Let's go back here somewhere. There we go. And we'll just test this one as well. Oops. And there we go. Those jet bridges are obviously not your typical flight beam quality jet bridges there, but again, this is, I'm not going to really pick this scenery apart because a lot of what was done right was really done right, and what I see here is room for improvement in several key areas for the future. But overall, though, I love it. I think it's great. But, you know, screw my opinion. You guys have seen it for yourself. It was just released a few hours ago, so you can actually step up and, you know, decide for yourself if you like it. I think it looks great. I really do. So, other than those few areas, I like it. And this is a San Diego I'll be using from now on. So the VAST performance and everything worked really well. I don't know why I got that fatal error earlier, but it definitely was not related to Brexit formally begins as PM's Article 50 letter was delivered to Brussels. Ooh. All right. Anyway, but yeah, nice job for Orbx newcomer Matteo. Can't remember his last name. So from what I'm being told, he is the guy behind New Scenery Studio. So I do wonder if he's going to continue with that or if he will just stick with Orbx. It's a good question. One last thing. I'm just curious. I want to clear all the weather out real fast. And just quickly see how much of the surrounding area. We'll just hold it there. Oh, why can't I look around here? There we go. So just a quick look around. You know what? Where's my Xbox controller? Come on. Come on. Why is it fighting me? I don't know. It is fighting me right now. Why is it doing that? Okay, never mind. I don't know what's going on. Chase plane is not working. Okay, never mind. Just back up here. So there's the coverage area. So we can just get an idea of how big that is. Wow, that is big. That really stretches pretty damn far. Where's SeaWorld? There's SeaWorld right down there. So this is pretty much a coverage area all the way out here. Is that Palomar? I think that is, isn't it? Or is it? I think that's Palomar, isn't it? No, that's not Palomar. No, that's another airport. I'm tripping. Okay. Yeah, Palomar is much further north. I was about to say. But yeah, this is a huge coverage area. Water masking, autogen placement. So there she is, the Orbx San Diego. And we'll head over to Orbx really quickly before I close out because it's 4:32 here in the morning and it's well past my bedtime. So let's head over to Orbx really fast and see what this is going to cost. Head over to Orbx Direct. Here we are, San Diego now available. You'll be met with that beautiful shot and $40. The next destination for FTX Southern California is KSAN San Diego International Airport. This busy single runway airport is situated in San Diego County, adjacent to the Mexico border. The airport sits in San Diego Harbor, right next to the bay, and is located close to the central. It should say the, right? Located close to the Central Business District. San Diego International Airport, founded in 1928, used to be known as Lindbergh Field, after Charles Lindbergh, who flight tested the Spirit of St. Louis. The first jet scheduled flight at San Diego International Airport was in 1960 using a Boeing 720. If you know what the Boeing 720 is, that was like before the 707, I think was a 720, if I remember correctly. KSAN also became the first commercial airport in the United States to place restrictions on late night and early morning departures. San Diego has a rich history behind it, and that has most certainly helped it become the busiest single runway airport in the United States. Not quite as busy as Gatwick, but pretty close, I would imagine. Key features: huge photoreal that covers entire San Diego metropolitan area, including improved airport textures. And what is improved airport textures and ground quality? Like improved over what? Like over default? I wonder what that means. Hundreds of points of interest, helipads on skyscrapers and hospital. Highly rendered reconstruction of San Diego Airport with animated jetways. Optimized for good performance, compatible with FTX Open LC North America and FTX Southern California. By Matteo. Okay, let me see if I can pronounce this. Veneziani. Veneziani. Matteo Veneziani. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So here it is, folks. It's about $40. And it's available right now from Orbx Direct. So go over there and grab it. I think some of you in the chat have already picked up a copy. So, oh, is this 40 AU? Does that say 40? Oh, it does say 40 AU, huh? Can I switch that over? Oh, wait. How do you switch it over? Oh, well, yeah, they do it in AU. So what is that in US bucks? That's like what? So it's a little bit less than $40. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Razalam, much appreciated. So anyway, folks, that's it. I'm pretty much going to sign out now. I hope this was helpful. Hopefully, I hope the developer doesn't feel like I critiqued them too hard. But again, I think it's a nice, well job, well done. And I'm going to enjoy flying here. Finally, a San Diego that doesn't eat up too much VAS. That's kind of a big deal. So for those of you guys who are really concerned about that sort of thing, I think you're going to make out okay here. And I've got everything packed on here using I've got OpenLC North America and FTX Southern California installed. And again, when you go back and watch this video on YouTube, you'll see flying in was just fine. And we even opened up Process Explorer and I had plenty of VAS left. So yeah, I mean, they nailed it. So the biggest concern was, is this going to kill VAS and is it going to kill performance? And the answer is no in both of those areas. So just on those two things alone, should be more than enough for you to make a decision. So anyway, congratulations to Matteo on his first Orbx release. I look forward to seeing a lot more and hopefully getting to interview him soon as well. Orbx is going to be packed at FlightSimCon 2017 this year. So I don't think they've put together the full list of everyone who's coming. I'm sure Ben McClintock, who was here in the chat, I'm sure he'll probably be back. I hope so. Jarrett Marshall will definitely be there. Hopefully we'll see Holger Sandman. He's the man I'm trying to get my hands on. I missed him last year. Hopefully he'll be coming up this year as well. And hopefully Ed will be there again as well. Cool guy. So anyway, here it is. Head over to Orbx Direct, grab your copy, and enjoy. I think it's a well done job, and I think you guys will all enjoy it as well. Hopefully the stream was okay and that my brain wasn't too far off the edge here, because it is an unusual time for me to be streaming, but I am going to go to bed now. So I hope this helped you all out. Hopefully it was fun and entertaining and blah, 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 blah. And stay tuned to airdailyx.net news page, because I will be announcing in a couple of days here what's going to be going on this weekend. So big deal. If all goes according to plan, big deal this weekend for live streams and hopefully a group flight too. So stay tuned for that, because I'll have that information coming up soon. Other than that, it's Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you back here soon. Take care, everybody.